Few artists in country music have lived a life as rich, emotional, and enduring as Vince Gill. His story isn't just about fame, awards, and sold-out shows. It's about resilience, love, loss, and the music that turned all of it into something beautiful. From his early days as a curious boy with a guitar in Oklahoma to becoming one of the most respected figures in American music, Gill's journey is one of passion and perseverance. But behind every standing ovation, there's been hardship, personal struggles, health scares, and moments that tested his faith and heart in ways no audience ever saw. What follows is the story of a man who learned that even when life breaks your heart, the music can help put it back together. Early life and family roots. Vince Gill was born on April 12, 1957, in Norman, Oklahoma, into a home filled with laughter, warmth, and music. His father, J. Stanley Gill, was a lawyer and judge by trade, but music was his lifelong passion. He played guitar and banjo at local gatherings, bringing joy to everyone around him. Vince's mother, Jareen, also had a musical streak. She sang and played harmonica, filling the family home with melody and rhythm. Together, they introduced their son to the sounds of country, bluegrass, and early rock and roll, playing records from the Grand Ole Opry to the Beatles. Vince was still in grade school when he picked up his first real instrument, a Gibson ES 335 guitar, and began the journey that would shape his entire life. Discovering his sound, Gill's musical curiosity was boundless. By his teens, he could play almost anything he touched: guitar, banjo, fiddle, mandolin, and bass. He wasn't content to stay within one genre. He absorbed everything from bluegrass and country to jazz and folk. He joined his first band, Mountain Smoke, while still in high school, performing in local clubs and fairs across Oklahoma City. It was here that Vince learned one of his most valuable lessons. Music is about connection, not perfection. The group opened for acts like Pure Prairie League and even Kiss, and when their bluegrass set was met with boos at a rock concert, Gill famously turned around, mooned the crowd, and walked off stage laughing, a mix of humor and defiance that defined his early grit. Chasing the dream. By 18, Vince had decided to leave Oklahoma and chase his dream full-time. He moved to Louisville, Kentucky, to join the Bluegrass Alliance, a band that pushed traditional music into new directions. Not long after, he teamed up with Ricky Skaggs in Boone Creek, forming a friendship that would last a lifetime. These years on the road sharpened his skills and taught him the discipline of life as a touring musician. In 1976, he took a leap of faith, moving to Los Angeles to join Byron Boline's band Sundance. It was a new world, bigger stages, brighter lights. But Gill adapted, learning how to mix his Oklahoma heart with the West Coast sound. Breakthrough with Pure Prairie League. In 1979, Vince walked into an audition that would change his life. The country rock band Pure Prairie League needed a new lead singer. Vince picked up his guitar and played for 4 hours straight. By the end of the night, he wasn't just hired, he was their new frontman. His smooth tenor voice and natural charm gave the band new life. Their 1980 hit, Let Me Love You Tonight, climbed the charts, reaching the top 10 on Billboard and becoming a crossover success. Gill recorded 3 albums with the group and wrote several of their standout tracks. But deep down, he knew he belonged somewhere else. The pull of Nashville and traditional country music was too strong to ignore. Finding his own voice. By the late 1980s, Vince Gill had found his way to Nashville, where he signed with MCA Records. His 1989 album, When I Call Your Name, changed everything. The haunting title track, featuring harmonies from Patti Loveless, became his signature song, a heartbreaking ballad that resonated deeply with listeners. It won the CMA Single of the Year and earned Gill his first Grammy Award. From that moment on, his career soared. His voice, pure, emotional, and effortlessly warm, became one of the most recognizable in country music. He wasn't chasing trends. He was crafting songs that told human stories of love, regret, and faith. The Golden Decade. The 1990s belonged to Vince Gill. Albums like Pocketful of Gold, 1991, and I Still Believe in You, 1992, produced hit after hit. Don't Let Our Love Start Slipping Away, One More Last Chance, Look at Us, and more. His music struck a balance between joyful energy and deep emotion. He could make you dance with one song and cry with the next. I Still Believe in You became a career-defining anthem and earned 2 Grammys, including Best Country Song. Fans loved him not just for his talent but for his humility. He never flaunted his success. He let his music speak for him. Personal struggles and heartbreak. Behind the scenes, life wasn't always as harmonious. Vince married Janice Oliver, a member of the duo Sweethearts of the Rodeo, in 1980. They shared a love for music and had a daughter, Jenny, in 1982. But the pressures of fame and constant touring took a toll. The distance and demands of stardom strained their marriage, and in 1997, after 17 years together, they divorced. It was a painful and public chapter, but Vince handled it with quiet dignity, pouring his emotions into his songs instead of the tabloids. Heartache became melody, and pain became poetry. Love and second chances. Around this time, Vince reconnected with Amy Grant, a beloved Christian and pop singer he had long admired. Their musical collaborations blossomed into something deeper, and by 2000, they married in an intimate outdoor ceremony. Blending their families wasn't easy. Amy had 3 children from her previous marriage, and Vince had Jenny. But with patience and love, they built a new beginning together. In 2001, their daughter Karina was born, and she became the heart that united the family. Over the years, Vince and Amy have become one of music's most enduring and respected couples, admired for their faith, humility, and resilience. A legacy of music and mentorship. Throughout his career, Vince Gill has earned 22 Grammy Awards, a Country Music Hall of Fame induction, and countless accolades. But ask him what matters most, and he'll tell you it's the music itself and the people it touches. He's written timeless songs like When I Call Your Name, Look at Us, High Lonesome Sound, and Go Rest High on That Mountain that continue to comfort, inspire, and heal. He's also used his experience to mentor younger artists, teaching them that music isn't about perfection, it's about honesty. He's collaborated with legends from Reba McEntire to Eric Clapton, and even joined the Eagles in 2017, stepping in after the passing of Glenn Frey. His ability to adapt without losing his identity has made him one of the most respected musicians of his generation. The artist and the man. What sets Vince Gill apart isn't just his voice or his guitar, it's his heart. Whether standing under the spotlight at the Grand Ole Opry or quietly visiting fans in hospitals, he carries himself with humility. He often says that the real reward of music isn't the trophies, it's the stories fans share about how his songs helped them through loss, heartbreak, or hope. His voice has been called angelic, but it's the emotion behind it that makes it unforgettable. In an industry often driven by image, Vince has remained refreshingly human, grounded, faithful, and kind. Legacy and reflection today. Vince Gill continues to perform, record, and inspire. His partnership with Amy Grant remains a beacon of faith and endurance in the public eye. Their journey, from heartbreak to healing, has shown that even the brightest stars face storms, but love and grace can guide them through. Vince's influence can be heard in the voices of countless young country artists who grew up on his records. He has spent more than 4 decades proving that authenticity never goes out of style. Whether playing the Grand Ole Opry stage or mentoring newcomers in Nashville, he embodies the soul of American music. Real, raw, and enduring. Conclusion: Vince Gill's life reads like one of his songs, filled with heartbreak, redemption, love, and grace. He has turned every trial into melody and every setback into a verse worth singing. From a little boy in Oklahoma holding a guitar to one of country music's greatest storytellers, his journey proves that true artistry is born not from fame, but from feeling. Through loss, illness, and joy, Vince Gill's music remains what it has always been, a reflection of the human heart, honest and unshakably hopeful. His voice may have earned him Grammys, but his soul has earned him something far greater: the love and respect of millions who see themselves in every word he sings.